Hey guys, this is Arsenal Giants PS3 and this is episode 14 of our FIFA 12 Fulham Manager Mode commentary. So we start off with Clint Dempsey finally coming back from injury after being out of action for 3 months' time. And thank God for that, because I was really running low on midfielders. And also Bobby Zamora comes back as well at the same time, which is awesome. So I can now rotate my strikers a lot more. Bobby Zamora being a bit eager here, he wants to start the match. I don't think I'll start him straight away though. So our first match of the episode was against Aston Villa, and as I said earlier, I didn't want to start Bobby Zamora because he wasn't so good on match fitness, and if he got injured then, well, that would really suck. So I wasn't feeling too confident about this match. I mean, always going to Villa Park, as an Arsenal fan, we always seem to draw or lose, and I'm never so confident about it. And Aston Villa against me here started off really brightly. They had 2 good chances. Johnson here having a good chance, but Schwartz has saved it pretty well. Then Dembele plays through a Tuhu, and it's quite an easy save. A Tuhu's not much of a striker, so I didn't expect too much. Arshavin plays through Fernandinho, and instead of just fucking around with it, I just decided to coolly slot it away. I get so many comments, just finish your chances, so that time was a good opportunity. But as soon as I took the lead, I was very susceptible, and Johnson off the post comes to Delfonso, and he just coolly slots it away. And I have it on replay here just to show how good it is in slow motion. Schwartz with a great save from long range out. And at half time it was 1-1. I have it in slow motion because I kind of screwed up the clip a bit. So Arshavin running through the centre, not many on. I could have crossed it into Fernandinho, but I didn't really do it. I didn't look up really. Hanglin then hacks down Johnson, but nothing is given. No yellow, no red, so very lucky there. Fernandinho running into a bit of trouble, passes it back to Arshavin, and his shot is very well, well, it's not very well saved, but easily saved rather by Shea Given. Arshavin had another shot. Decided to bring on Damien Duff in place of John Taylor, as John Taylor was getting a bit tired from all that sprinting and nothing really coming from it. Dembele, I don't know what I was doing there, tries to chip him, but terrible effort. And then Boulson goes to cross it and comes off the crossbar, but can't get anything from it. And then Steve Sidwell, another one of my players I sold off, gets completely floored by Schwartz, and again, nothing is given. So ran him there, decided to bring on Bobby Zamora as I thought he could get me something from this match, but Johnson shoots wide, and that's really the end of it. So a pretty good result. So our next match was against Swansea, and this time I decided to start Bobby Zamora as I needed to give him a bit more match fitness so he could start more matches without getting injured, because if he did get injured, that would suck a lot. So anyway, I started off the match pretty well. Bobby Zamora with a good cut back to Fernandinho, take touch inside and smashes it, but a pretty poor shot, if I'm honest. I was wondering anything to say, it's just a poor shot. Hanglin came across with a tackle, but surprisingly Swansea, in a pretty dull match, actually took the lead against me. Graham scoring it was a pretty good volley, I suppose, and then Arshavin went off injured, brought on Dembele, as I didn't really have very many options to replace him. So I was not enjoying this match whatsoever. You know, you have some of those matches where you just can't play properly and nothing's going your way, and Bobby Zamora headed over the bar, and at half time it was 1-0 to Swansea, and nothing goes your way, and Swansea are particularly possession based team, and I just wasn't feeling so good about this. Dembele with good overhead kick shot, but easily saved by the keeper, and yeah, you have some of those matches. It's not an excuse, I really should be winning this match in all honesty, but Swansea were basically just dominating almost. You know, Schwartz had to make a pretty good save for instant reactions. I decided to bring on John Taylor for Bobby Zamora, as Bobby Zamora wasn't really helping that much, but it made no difference. I lost 1-0 to Swansea, and that was just a terrible result, but sometimes you have awful results like that. And Arshavin got injured for 3 weeks, not 3 months, which I was actually quite glad about, to be honest. And so our next match was a pretty big one against Manchester United, and after being under a pretty bad run of form, losing against Swansea, that was at home as well, so I wasn't feeling too confident about this, but John Taylor started me off pretty well, running through their defence with some crazy 92 sprint speed, takes it past the keeper, but can't finish from a pretty difficult angle in fairness, and I don't know, John Taylor's not got great shooting anyway. Fernandinho having a shot, always going wide though, never troubling the keeper. And then John Taylor goes down under injury. I don't even know what it was. Wasn't tackled at all. So I brought him off for Bobby Zamora, and what an impact he had from the off. Just smashes it past De Gea, and I was winning 1-0 against Man United. I was very surprised myself, and this was generally only Man United's chance, if you can even call it that. Rooney with a terrible header down, and at half time I was winning 1-0. Really shocked, in all honesty. A bit of luck there falls to Zamora. I go for a shot with a 2-2, and the finesse shot just not going in, and this was again another quite comical moment. Rooney just goes for the shot and just screws it up. Hangland then gets a header away, but De Gea managed to save it pretty well. And then Bobby Zamora has a chance, but, you know, the angles are pretty tight. Comes pretty close though, surprisingly. But Fernandinho running through on goal, there's only going to be one result. Finesse past De Gea, and it's 2-0. And a really nice finish, actually, just to guide it away from him. And then Nani scores against me. It was a pretty good goal. But in all honesty, too little, too late. And it ended 2-1 to me, so really surprising result. I was not expecting to win that match whatsoever, but John Taylor has always a hitch, out for 3 months with injury. And so our fourth and final match of the episode was at home to Norwich, and I decided to not play Bobby Zamora, as if you play him too often, you know, he might pick up an injury or something. And I thought Dembele, he hasn't scored for so long, I just wanted him to start for once, and unfortunately for me, Grant Holt started scoring off for Norwich, so 1-0, and this is a crazy game. Schwarzer makes a brilliant save here to stop them going 1-0 up, and that save is pretty much the catalyst for my comeback. Fernandinho squeezing a shot away in a tight space, and then Fernandinho had another chance, but just smashed it at the keeper. In all honesty, I should have had a bit more composure in that situation, and Dembele with the scoop turn and then the Ronaldo chop, and then the goalkeeper makes a brilliant save to deny it. I mean, that's worthy of a replay. Just a great stop as well as a good shot, but you can't keep out Fulham. 2-1 to Hangland. It was a great, powerful header, and Grant Holt has a great opportunity, but just fires it way too early and get away with it. And Dembele with the cheekiest of touches just over the keeper. This is, out of all the goals I scored, this is probably my favourite goal. And so at half time it was 3-1, but Fernandinho went off with an injury. I didn't actually get any replay of the injury, but Bobby Zamora in true fashion grabs his goal as soon as he comes on, so pretty great there. And Norwich just really weren't alive. I mean, in the first half they had so many chances, but in the second barely any at all. Bobby Zamora with another shot there, quite well saved by their goalkeeper. Dempsey given way too much space and time, just hits him from far out. And that pretty much ended it there. A massive thrashing of 5-1 of Norwich, sadly not without a cost, but Fernandinho is only out of action for 7 days, so not such a bad injury. And at the end of the month I am sitting in a very comfortable 7th position, only 2 points behind Manchester United, so in a great spot. But anyway, on to goal of the month, and although there are quite a few other goals which were pretty awesome, my one has to go to Dembele, because I just love the way he just chips over the keeper. And for player of the month, I want to give it to Fernandinho. I probably should have given it to Schwarzer, but I don't know, it's been a long time since there's been a striker, and last month Schwarzer won player of the month. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and well, thank you for watching.
Great opportunity, and they score.